All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys Dimir Rogues for Historic. So, you guys have probably seen this deck operating in the standard format, but this is my Historic version, and this is what I just made it to Mythic with. So, um, deck's really cool. It's probably one of my favorite decks I've ever played. Definitely like my style of deck, very grindy, sort of mid-range, but high synergy sort of deck. So we'll just quickly go over the piece of the puzzle here, and then we'll get into some gameplay. So the shell is all rogues, starting in the one drop slot, or actually maybe we should just focus on the core of the deck here. So the core of the deck actually is comprises of Thieves Guild Enforcer, which is a 1/1 with flash, and when it comes in on the battlefield, you mill your opponent for 2 cards, or when another rogue enters the battlefield, you also mill them 2 cards, and then when your opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Thieves Guild Enforcer gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. And so this theme of your opponent having 8 or more cards in the graveyard is kind of a rogue thing, I guess. So very important card here, enabling the mill strategy sort of stuff. The other core, which came out of this new set, is Soaring Thought Thief, a 1/3 flash flying creature for 2. And whenever a rogue attacks, you mill your opponent 2 cards. And then if an opponent has 8 or more cards, they get a +1/+0 to all rogues, which is pretty cool. Kind of a pseudo lord here. Another really important piece. And then Drawn on the Lock is what I would call the last core of the deck here. So Drawn on the Lock. This is the perfect deck for it. Honestly, it was already like a decent enough spell, but like you needed some enabling to really make it work, and this deck just does that. It enables perfectly. It's not like you have to put in any extra work to make Drawn on the Lock good. Drawn on the Lock just fits right in perfectly. So you get a counter spell and a removal spell that scales up as the game goes on really nicely. And so, yeah, this card is very powerful in this deck. So the rest of the deck is kind of like filler cards and things that would support this plan. So we got 2 Merfolk Windrobber in the 1-drop slot, which it's just nice. It's just an enabler. Essentially, it's not like extremely good, but it's probably the best 1-drop rogue besides Thieves Guild Enforcer you got. So it's a flyer. It has evasion. When it pokes your opponent, they have to mill 1. And then if they have 8 or more cards in their graveyard, you can sack it to replace itself, which is nice. So just an enabler, pretty much. We got 2 Bloodchief's Thirst as a removal spell in the 1-drop slot from the new set. This is a good card. Then we were running 4 Thoughtseize because we're in Historic, and so we get to run Thoughtseize. We were in blue-black, so why not? And to go along with our discarding theme, we're running 4 Una's Blackguard. I've been really impressed with this card, actually. It's been pretty cool. This is another addition you get in the Historic format. And so all your other rogues enter the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on them, and then whenever a creature with a 1/1 counter on it deals damage to a player, that player discards a card. So you can really just this deck is fantastic against control matchups. It's also can just be super aggro to beat out a mid-range or aggro deck as well. So there's a lot going on here, which is pretty cool. Then going on to the 3-drop slot, we're running 4 Brazen Bower because Brazen Bower is good. 3 Nighthawk Scavenger, which gets bigger as we mill our opponent, which is great. Having the life link on this creature is pretty nice. It's the only sort of life stabilization we get in the main board. And then we get Agadim's Awakening as a spell land. We're running 2 of those, and it does come into play using Agadim's Awakening to bring back our rogues. So it's actually really nice having that addition in here as either a spell or a land. I'm a big fan of this card right here. And then we got 2 more spell lands in Hagra's Mauling. I just found out that this is definitely the other spell land you want to be using in this deck. Having the removal is more important than having another rogue, actually. So there's that 3-drop rogue land, which I don't really understand how a creature can be a rogue. A human rogue can also be a land, but whatever. Then we got 2 Rankle, Master of Pranks, Flying Haster. Works really well with Una's Blackguard if you have Una's Blackguard out, and then casting a Rankle, making it a 4/4 that can swing in right away, and so you can make your opponent discard 2 with Rankle if it hits, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Rankle's good value creature. We can get rid of our extra Una's Blackguards or our Merfolk Wind Robber if we need to have them sacrifice creatures too. So yeah, great addition to a deck. And then we're just running one Zerasan, the Trickster from the new set, which has that new ninjutsu ability for rogues, and it's powerful when it hits. It definitely is, but this card's a little bit of a trap. You don't want to be running a bunch of them, honestly. One is fine. It ends up being pretty good. I think you don't want more than that, though. So, and then on our top end here, we're running 2 copies of Into the Story. Been really impressed with this card. It's bad when you get in your opening hand, but it's fantastic mid to late game, really is. And you just get an instant speed draw 4 for 4 at that point, which is really powerful. So there's no other source of card advantage in the deck. So being able to refill everything if it's a grindy matchup is pretty useful. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that card there. Mana base is pretty simple here. We're just running one Castle Lockdwain. There's 20 regular lands, and then we got our 4 spell lands there too. So it brings the count up to 24 lands if we need all 24. Sideboard is built. I've been playing this deck in both Best of 1 and in Traditional. I played it in Traditional to get myself to Historic, so sideboard is functional. The Grafdigger's Cages are pretty important in this format. And yeah, that's just gist of it right there. So let's hop into some gameplay and see how the deck does. All right, we got our first game here. This hand looks pretty decent. We'll keep this. Try it out. We got a little bit of a curve. Drawing another black source would be fantastic, but see what happens here. They're playing probably Rakdos Peezy, looks like. They're going to help our mill strategy. So I think we're probably just running out the Soaring Thought Thief right now. And getting in for some damage. We can remove their Dreadhorde Arcanist if that's what they play, or their whatever their 2-drop is. Still looking for that second land though. I'm gonna check on something really quick. Okay, yep. So it is Arcanist. It looks like they have a. It looks like they have a Village Rites, which is tough. There's nothing good in their graveyard. Let's see what we hit them with though. Get in for 4 here. And we mill another Croxa, so I think that I'm probably more interested in Thought Seizing them here since it can't really do anything to us. I mean, like, the Spike Field is fine, but we can just redraw if they do that. So let's Thought Seize them. So they got a Village Rites, Young Pyromancer. I think that we're gonna just take the Pyromancer. Makes the most sense here. Save our removal for when it matters. Okay, we're still kind of in the clear here. They can village rights their own Arcanist, which would be fine as well. If that's something they want to do, they'll probably use the Spike Field on this, I'm guessing. Which I'm not too upset about. We do need land, though. Okay, that's what they're going to use the village rights on then. They might reanimate it. Yep. And then they got another village rights. So we're gonna need to kill that, unfortunately. Okay, there's a land. A little late, but so we could kill that, get in for 4, whatever, or we could just play the Nighthawk Scavenger, which is probably better. And then we could set up for potentially the win next turn. I think I'm fine with that. Them drawing all these cards is pretty tough, though. If they Croxa next turn, ooh. Probably be good for us, honestly, because then it means that we win. Right? So hopefully they do Croxa here. Got 10 in the air. But if they Croxa away some of their material, then maybe we don't. That's true. We'll see what they do. Okay, they're going for Croxa. Let's see if it shrinks our Nighthawk Scavenger. It does, okay. This is tough. I think Rankle makes the most sense to ditch. I mean, we're not playing the end of the story next turn either. Would we play the Rankle for any reason? I don't think so. But maybe, because then they would have to block the Scavenger. And maybe they attack here with the Demon. I doubt it, but... Okay, no attacks at all. Well, there's the land. The question is now, because Rankle will be a 5, they'll have to block, or he'll be a 4. They'll have to block the Scavenger, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They'll have to block the Scavenger. Or what are we missing here? They got rid of all their lands out of that. So if we just... This is so tough. Because we're only going to mill 2 cards. What are the chances that it's a land on top? I think it's honestly just right to do this. Okay, we hit a land, so that was we would have won if I just killed that demon. But how do you know that kind of stuff? Okay, they mill a card. I think that we gotta get each player to lose a life, draw a card, and then we could have each player sacrifice a creature too. We could do that. I don't know if I think we want to keep our creatures, to be honest. Oh, they got the Blood Chief's Thirst. That is really a shame, but they're at 1, so. See what they can come up with here. Hindsight is 2020, huh? Should have just killed the demon. Because what did they hit? They hit land and instant. That's what we were missing. We missed both of those. Okay, yeah. So I mean, that was still the correct play. There's no way we would have known if they. Okay, great. We got it anyway. Okay, sideboarding against this deck. I hate this view for sideboarding. We definitely want the Grafdigger's Cages, for sure. Moment of Craving is not great. I think it's just the Grafdigger's Cages here. Aether Gust hits Croxa and Pyromancer and Claim the Firstborn, I guess. But yeah, Grafdigger's Cage it is. So we'll get rid of the Zerasan. That makes sense because Grafdigger's Cage blocks that out. I think that we don't want the Thought Seizes on, or as many on the draw. What else? What else? Nighthawk Scavenger is kind of bad if they take it from us. So we'll drop one of those too. I'm fine with everything else. None of these matches are easy with this deck. They are grinds to win for sure. You have to kind of think things out, but the deck has power. So this is kind of like my preferred way to play Magic. It's like real Magic. I like where Historic's at right now for the most part. See what they're bringing in here. Definitely a Braids. Definitely bringing in a Braids. Maybe I should have kept it in my Thoughtseizes, or yeah, probably. 2 is probably fine though. It is respecting that line. Okay, we got 3 lands and a Grafdigger's Cage. This hand looks great. Early game stuff. See if they Thoughtseize us here though. Yep, that's too bad. So if they don't take the Grafdigger's Cage, that means that they have an Abrade. Yeah. Okay. They don't know about this land. Is taking 2 damage worth the intel? Probably not. I'm just gonna do this. They are an aggro deck. They do a lot of damage pretty quickly. Arcanist it is. Yep, we'll definitely take that out. And I think the move here is just to hold back this other Thieves Guild Enforcer. Supplier. They have another land. See what they do here. They do have another land. They must have an Abrade. In which case, I think that we're going to play this first before we attack. In case they don't Abrade until we attack. Yeah. Okay, we got a redraw though. Pretty decent. Got him down to 12. Awakening our Thieves Guild Enforcer next turn, but we really need some card advantage or some hard hitters. Like pulling a Rankle off the top would be the best case scenario, I think. So they're just going to kill that, which is fine. They might as well get in. We're not going to block. There's Grafdigger's Cage, so this is the hard part now, because it's like, do I just get a Thieves Guild Enforcer back? I think I honestly do, but if I hit a Croxa then, that would be really, really bad. Start by attacking. Let's use Thirst. Huh, that is so ugly. I don't know what to do here. It's a 3-2. If we get a Crocs, then we can't remove it, though. I honestly think that we need to just... could wait a turn, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's right. We're going to just play it. This card is a Hauser against them, so... Okay, Young Pyromancer into nothing. Okay, there's a Soaring Thought Thief. I'm a fan of that. Then we might as well just play this out since we nothing else to do with it. They can't cast those Fames from the graveyard. We're looking in decent shape. Their hesitation is probably a good sign. Okay, they just grab a Luris. Fine by us. Just gonna hold this land. There's no reason not to, so. Half their deck gone. Then we just redraw here. Another Thought Thief. That was so good. That was so good. That should secure the W here. Insult to injury, we will block if they attack. Swing him. Bye, young pyromancer. Yeah. Okay. Got the W there. Cool. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, we're going first. This hand looks pretty decent. We'll give it a whirl. Just play the island out. Say go. Okay, we are playing Teamer. So we got to go aggro on him. Playing the number 20 guy. Okay. That's tough. That is tough. We're gonna play this out. Do I just bounce the Lotus Cobra here? I think that we need to. I think we need to go aggro, honestly. He's number 20. How do we get matched against him? We're not even in the number ranking yet. Okay, land into Omnath, of course. And Uro. That's what we're gonna do. We're going to bounce the Lotus Cobra. And then he's gonna replay it. As he replays it, then we're gonna bounce the Omnath before he hits a land drop. It's definitely the correct move by Omnath. Okay, unless he has a failed passage here. He does not. Probably Uroing. It's a verb. I should just play both games for each other. Shit is so broken. Get rid of Uro, damn it. This was a bad card to print too. Zarazan, oh my god, that was pretty sick. I can't lie. What do they have? Just Uros? I mean, like, we get an Uro activation. It's not even that good. We're definitely doing it. But let's see if we hit anything. Oh, we got an Omnath. That was so lit. So I should have held that land back, I suppose. Give me Omnath. I don't know why they played the land first, to be honest. I think it's definitely, maybe they're shell shocked because we stole one of their Omnaths. They're just planning on Uroing. Yep. Gets rid of all the cards in the graveyard. Except for one Uro. And another Uro. Just gain life, draw cards, and play lands. Very fair Magic card. Not broken at all. Hagra's Mauling. That's pretty sweet. Conversely, we can Una, and if we kill the Uro, he can't replay it next turn, or can he? Because then that's 5, 6, 7. if we play the Soaring Thought Thief. But if we don't, then... Or I could play this, and that gives us 4 life. That's like not that exciting. I think we definitely are just killing Uro. Because look at all this damage on the ground. They'll probably want to block the Zaristan at least. Nothing. Wow, that is shocking. Okay. Give us an Uro. Now we get Uro activations. We're doing a better job with your deck than you are. And we're going to gain life. Look at us go off here. Do I play Una's Blackguard? I think so. What you got, OP? Opponent, yellow hat, Mr. Number 20. I'm sure you're going to gain a bunch of life and do broken things this turn, but this is about the best possible scenario for our deck against this deck, and we probably still won't win. We'll see, though. Escape to the Wilds. It's pretty good. Play 2 lands. I got a Fabled Passage. Yeah. Let's do broken stuff. Wizards design team added again. You know what would be fun for this new format is adding in Lotus Cobra and Omnath when we already have Uro in the format. Be super sweet. Not the biggest brains over there, I don't think. They can't get to... Or can they get to Ultimatum Mana? That's absurd. Is it 7 though? I think they're short. No, they got it. Yeah, makes sense. Like, this is absurd. And by the way, this is a standard deck, too. This is standard legal, what he's playing right now. And we're playing in historic, and there's no possible way we're going to win this. It's like, what the hell were they thinking? So he needs to wipe the board. X5 it is. All right. Thoughtseize. Okay. They can already Uro. Does this give us what we need though? That thing's good. It's all pretty good, to be honest. Like Genesis Ultimatum, I guess. I guess. Like they can just Golos. I mean, they can do everything. So it's like guess I take that. Draw a bunch of cards before. Got 23 cards in their deck, so a lot less now. It might be the plan to mill them out. Let's see. You're at 33 life. Three to us, sure. Do everything, keep drawing cards, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Golos it is. Yeah, play everything. I'm totally fine with that. You got 13 cards left. Okay. Okay, so can Agadim's Awakening here for nothing. Oh, there's nothing in our graveyard because he exiled everything. So we're definitely attacking. It says, what does it say? Ever one of our rogues attacks. Okay, so, and they have 3. It's not going to do anything to Ugin. I guess we just attack Ugin anyway. Then they just, if we play both, then he might get rid of Ugin. He'd have to get rid of his Uro too then. I think we just play him out. Wow, he's doing more? That is insane to me. Can't resist. You don't have a million cards, my man. Let's see if you can get there. You got 5 left. I mean, maybe we should have played the Wind Robber out, honestly. Counters or haste? It's haste. Okay. He draws cards there. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. What does this do? They're definitely going to put counters on stuff, so I guess taking out the biggest one is fine. We need like a... Thieves Guild Enforcer. Rankle. That mills 2. What do they got in the graveyard? They got 7 right now. That is a redraw. It's definitely Rankle here. Can I attack with both? It's 4, that's 2. Gets him to 1 card in deck. Oh, what the hell? Can it do it from any graveyard? Whatever. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Under its owner's control. Sweet. Thank you. Okay, so Ugin down. We're gonna have him draw. Oh, I needed to attack there. Shit. Let's see if we draw a Thieves Guild Enforcer, we win. But we can't sack that. This might save us, honestly. That's super funny. Number 20 shouldn't be doing stuff like that. They should know what Kenrith actually does. They can't attack with I shouldn't have blocked Uro. What to do, what to do. I think we definitely needed to take out Ugin though. So if he didn't reanimate our Nighthawk Scavenger, he would have won this one. Still might, actually. We can block 2 things. We can put he can put tons of counters on it. Yeah, I don't think that we win whatsoever. So just block the biggest stuff. Gain haste and trample. Okay, so yeah, I mean, yep. I think there's probably no way we survive this, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. There's nothing else we could have done. Losing to the standard deck. Yeah. Okay, well, Grafdigger's Cage. Mystical Aether Gust is great. And those are our weapons, I guess. That was a ridiculous game. Zerasan, Into the Story is... We got Uros, but we're gonna try to prevent the Uros from happening. Nighthawk Scavenger can go. These Blood Chief's Thirst. I guess we don't really care to kill their stuff. It's like Lotus Cobra is a problem for sure, but I think we got to cut back on removal here. Una's Blackguard is kind of good, definitely. Like this Thought Seizing Plan. I don't know what else to get rid of. Might just be the Nighthawk Scavenger. Like it kept us alive that game, but we need to just get them empty-handed and mill them out. So, like, I want like the Drawn on the Locks and stuff to counter stuff. Shoot. I think since we're dropping our curve down, we can cut one land here. Let's cut. The Into the Stories can be kind of good. Maybe it's just the Nighthawk Scavengers, honestly. I'm gonna keep one Scavenger and cut one Brazen Borrower. Yeah. And then they have the Felidar Retreat too, so it's like can't really beat that card either. This match seems pretty unwinnable. I think for anything, honestly, this deck doesn't really have much of a weakness. Just like pure raw ramping power. Yeah, sure, I guess. Keep this and play that out. Okay, got Aether Gust up. I probably want to hold something. Maybe I should have played the other tap land there, honestly. Yeah, I definitely should have. I'm just going to play the Thieves Guild Enforcer anyway. That was stupid. Okay, untapped land was sweet. I think we just do this. Let's put the locks down. He has a Mystical Dispute. That sucks. That actually really sucks. Do we just play one of these now? I mean, what do we have to worry about next turn? Omnath. They can't. They can definitely escape to the Wild Zone. So I'd only put it at 7 anyway. Elder Gargaroth is another one we're worried about. Bye-bye, Shark. Get a Lotus Cobra out, but like whatever. Maybe we want disputes too, but it's like they just make so much mana that it's like I'm not that interested in mystical dispute. You can land Cobra. Just gonna Uro. Okay, so I think that we definitely want to... Let's just get this online now before they can counter it. Close Cobra doesn't save him. Maybe we should have let that go, honestly, and now, because now we can Uro. God damn it. Is he just dead? He needs to block the Thieves Guild Enforcer. That's 4, 7, 8. He's going to discard 1 card. It's another Uro. Do the thing you do, man. Shark Typhoon, yeah, okay. Baby shark, shark, shark. That doesn't save you. That does. No, it doesn't. You're dead. Haha, not enough mana. Loser. Take that. Okay, well, we somehow pulled it off. Do we want disputes? I don't know. I don't really think so. I really don't think so. Brazen Borrower does seem much better than the Scavenger, though. Just like bounce those... What you call it? Those sharks. This is taking all of my energy away. I was going to play 3 matches. I still will, but man, this one's draining for sure. Too much going on. We got to beat number 20 though, guys. We have to. With the fucking Dimir rogues. Yeah, we'll keep this. Una's Blackguard probably needs to come down first, honestly. So just go on that plan. Play that. Yeah, that card's good. I think I just need to like bounce it now. Card is good. Card is really, really good. If I bounce it, it doesn't really do anything though. Gotta just like keep my stuff in the air. Uro. I got Dispute. Huh. Not in a good spot. Could have him discard here. Could like kill that and bounce, but then it's like, okay, so they discard one card. So what? Got 4 cards in the graveyard. They'll have 5, so we could be able to counter that. This is like the hardest card for us to beat. I mean, it's all really difficult, but this card is virtually impossible for us to beat, so. They're not going to replay it. Explorer. Just Urowing. Why not? Why not? They're playing around Drawn on the Lock, which is pretty cool. Smart. To be expected of a number 20 rank. Aether Gust does not do much for us, to be honest. Another Uro. Really no sense in attacking, like, at all. It's like Uro just gains him so much life. Yeah, there's really nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. Card is really good. They got the nuts. Okay, that's pretty cool. So they can discard 1 card. That's only 3, 4, 5. That's not enough. Discards a land. Activate that. I think that this needs to come in untapped. I think that's fine. Can you Golos again though? I don't think so. So there's a couple options what we could do here. We could bounce and play the borrower and have him discard 2 cards. Oh, that fell at our retreat. So he's going for the Uro. We could counter it. But I don't think that we do. I think we just bounce this. So I need to chump block. This is not looking good for us. Shark Typhoon. Can we even survive? We can block. We can block. Kill. I guess we can. Really don't see us winning this game at all. Omnath. We're gonna say no. We have to let it resolve. God, that sucks. Live to see another day, but doesn't look like we are. Boom, suicide. That was painful. That was really painful. I'm sorry for everybody that had to watch that entire display. All right, we got another game here. We will play first. Hopefully this one goes a little better than the last one. This hand is really awkward. I think we'll keep it though. We don't really have a turn one play anyway, and hopefully we can draw another black source for the scavenger. That Omnath deck is just unreal. That was totally standard legal though too, which is pretty wild. Wizards at it again, making the game not fun. It's like enough with the ramp stuff. People are sick of lands, and it's funny that their little land hate card, it's like not even good, to be honest. This will probably get shocked. They got a shock, so. Let's go. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so we're playing mono red. That sucks. That sucks. We need lands. Great meow. Or shock. Light up the stage. Okay, doing the thing. Another Brazen Borrower was obviously the worst case scenario. Let's just like kill this, I guess. Pyromancer. Yeah, they're doing their thing. Okay, there's a land. I don't think we can afford to play it untapped, honestly. Like, just bolting ourselves is super bad. Do we counter that? Could kill the Pyromancer with the save 3 there. They'll skewer our face, I'm guessing. Another Light of the Sage. Grim Lavamancer into nothing. Okay, so we have to play out. We have to play out this Nighthawk. Okay. Nice. So they're looking for the block here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. So 3. They can get us to 5 with that. They can get us to 5. We have blockers next turn, so we can swing with the Nighthawk, but they can get rid of 2 things in the graveyard. They'd have to spend 2 mana killing this then. Or I mean 1 so tough. I think no. We could Thought Thief, boost it up, gain more life. Okay, great. Obviously this is just like fueling the Lavamancer 2, but wow, they let that go through. That is insane. They should have exiled 2 things from their graveyard. Okay, we're at 9. We're not in a good spot though. Okay, them drawing a land might give us hope. Might give us hope. We're gonna say no to. I mean, we could block that, honestly, and it will die. Right? Or are we 1, 2, 3, boost it, 3 through. Dude, nah, let's just nah. Definitely. Scavenger coming through. They don't even use the Lavamancer, which is pretty absurd to me. Let's see how they attack here. That's super funny. I'm gonna use it on the Thought Thief too. That's like, this doesn't really seem worth it. So at this point I could bounce the Vishino Pyromancer and we would keep our Thought Thief alive and come back and win. Let's hit some gold. Oh, okay. Well, shoot, that sucks. Because it's Soulscar Mage, yeah, okay. I thought that was just for the turn, but let's see if we can hit something else. Okay, we're back at 16. We should be in good shape. Send them in. Okay. Yeah, no blocks. Awesome. Took down Mono Red in the first game, which is actually kind of tough. Bringing these Moment of Cravings. Aether Gust is fine, but not like super good. We're gonna bring in like 2 of those. I don't really think we want to Thought Seize them in this matchup. Yeah, we got to watch out for the rampaging Ferocidon for sure. Zerasan, this expensive stuff is not awesome either. Let's try it like that. See if we can pull this one off. This hand is pretty slow, to be honest. It doesn't do much that quickly, but I don't really think we can mulligan it. They mulligan, which is good. Okay, they got a Soulscar Mage. Just gonna have to play this tapped and say go. We'll probably have to bounce that before playing the Thought Thief. Maybe. See what they do here. Yep, they're going all in on it, so I'm for sure gonna bounce it. Save 3 life. Moment of Craving was super cool. I think that we just do that now. Light up the stage, nothing. Okay, another Moment of Craving was also very good. So let's just pass it over. We got a Thought Thief online. If they want to spend their spells killing our stuff, we're actually totally fine with that. Okay, a Braid. I'm not sure why they brought that in, but this is an interesting spot because I could... I think we just play as tapped. Let them make the moves. Okay, more land for them was not looking good. They should have waited until I cast the Brazen Borrower. I mean, conversely, I should have really just saved that. I should have just countered that spell. But Rankle is fantastic. Nothing. Chain Whirler, good. I don't think anything. Is this where they scoop? Or give us a salty rope? To be fair, we drew really well. 2 moments of craving. Yeah. Oh, come on, buddy. Figure it out. And an Aether Gust. We are in fantastic shape. We might even draw a card. Really get cocky on him. Sure. And what do they got? Nothing. Sticking it to mono red. That was a nice little redemption match from the previous game. So cool. Stick around for the wrap up. All right, so as far as the deck goes, we played 3 games. We went two out of 3 we got, and to be honest, the Omnath game was pretty close. That deck is absolutely insane though, and doesn't really have that many weaknesses. Gains a ton of life, puts a ton of power in play. I mean, that deck is absolutely insane. So can't be mad with that. There's definitely plenty of raw power in this deck. Great synergy, as you can tell. It can compete with the best decks in the format. So yeah, I'm really happy with this deck. I think it's really cool. I love playing decks with like this sort of style. I mean, you get to play mostly at instant speed too, which is pretty cool. So there's just a lot of really cool things happening in this deck. So I definitely give it a try if you're into playing decks like this. I do personally like the historic version I came up with here better than the standard version. You have a little more going on. You have some of the pieces of the puzzle a little more complete in historic than you do in standard. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description for this deck list, and feel free to try it out. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.